Hello and welcome back to Soulcreek. We'll be continuing where we left off, which, if you recall, is after the whole ordeal with Caius. He's not gone, but thankfully Alex and Loken will not be in the village for that much longer. They're basically leaving today to go to the other black zone, the Devil's Crag, where they will go to the Boneyard in order to try to retrieve the other half of the algorithm. Which I'm sure is not gonna be bad at all. But yeah. But first, they have to go to the Great Barrier, which is, the water dam, in order to get a full examination for Alex, because he already told Aeon that Byte is in his head, and Aeon was not able to offer really anything in the way of saying like, oh yeah, we have records of this or something. Instead, he was very concerned about the fact that Alex has something, particularly mechanical or artificial, residing in his head. He advised Alex to get rid of him. And that didn't sit well with Byte, but technically Byte is an artificial intelligence, so, what is he gonna do? Why does he care? Anyways, but yeah, so I guess without further ado, let's continue Soulcreek. A few more moments. Hold still, hold still. The machine blinds me again. I squint and scrunch my face in discomfort. I'm doing my best to keep still as the contraption whirls and buzzes around me. Aeon had to restart once already because I itched my nose. Ah, finally. Is it over? Feels like I've been in this thing for hours. Nope, never mind. There's more. Last one, last one. I can barely hear Aeon's muffled voice from within this thing. I'm gonna be seeing stars for days. Let's hope this is worth it.
This machine is incredible. Aeon is using magnetic fields to take pictures of your brain. The parts even I can't look at. The Zephyr really were advanced.
Do you think it was invented before or after the epoch of technology?
Could have been either. Even before the technological boom, we know their mastery of the old knowledge was extensive.
All the old knowledge in the world didn't save them.
But it might save you.
All done, all done. Out you come, Alex. Easy now. With a sigh of relief, I wriggle outwards and worm myself free. Clambering out of the cylindrical machine, I rub my eyes clear of dizzying colors. We're in the vast hall of the Automonk's Zephyr Technological Collection. Aeon says that they covetously tinker and maintain it all here. I see what I presume are functioning engines, vast towers of computer servers, radio equipment, and even sophisticated, albeit run down, household appliances like ovens and freezers. An entire section of this colossal chamber is devoted to medical technology. Aeon and I have been here for hours, and I've been subject to tests after wearing tests. I sit upright on the coffin-like contraption I'd been laying on and stretch my neck with a pained wince. The profoundly unnerving sound of the Great Barrier's generators rumbled deep below us. Here we go. Here. Patience now, Alex. Aeon hops to the side of the device as it begins printing something. I shift uncomfortably in the paper-thin gown Aeon gave me. Can I get changed? Of course. That was the last test. Clothes on. I grab my Black Runner's outfit and, with an uneasy step, get to my feet and hobble warily around to the opposite side of the machine, out of sight, to get changed.
So, what are we hoping for from all of this?
Answers. We need to know where you're coming from and how my body is sustaining itself without food or air. At best, it's gonna be a chip in the brain or something. At worst, I can't imagine that I'm really human.
You're still okay? Alex is Alex, and always will be. Promise you'll remember that.
You're always optimistic. I'm pretty sure that you didn't get that from me.
You should try it sometime.
I wander back around to Aeon and sit atop one of the Zephyr machines, watching him curiously. He's thumbing through a number of scan results and x-rays, silent as he studies the findings. This is it, a step forward in this maddening search for answers. I anxiously drum my fingers on my knees, watching his brow dip up and down in deep thought. My gaze tracks nervously back up to the haunting opaque windows cut into the wall high above us. Whoever is on the other side presumably is staring back. Aeon spots my eyeline and chuckles, catching my attention with a wave of his claws. Ah, don't worry about them, Alex. They're just listening. Can't trust an outsider to be alone with their precious technology, they can't. Even one like me. Why didn't they want to meet me? Playing it safe they are. Playing it safe. The Automonks are always about safety, safety, safety. They always prefer to deal with black runners. I'm a black runner. Only an acolyte. Besides, you being... you is quite something. Any idea when they'll be done with Loken? Can't say, can't say. Don't worry. They just want his account of the rhinestone dish, and he'll be right back with us. Hopefully Loken can convince them that the trip was uneventful. None of us want to involve the Automonks any more than we need to. But on to you, Alex. These results. Let's see. I lean forward. I know the Automonks are listening. Aeon will have to be mindful of what he says. The mole's brow dips in deep thought. He goes to speak several times, but a word catches in his throat. My chest tightens as his troubled gaze. How bad is it? Do I have, like, pistons for lungs or something? His goggles flick from the X-ray in his hands and up to me. Once more, he fails to speak. Come on, it can't be that bad. I chuckle, trying to ease the tension, and Aeon still doesn't respond. Is it that bad? Alex, I need, to tell you something, boy. You have no memory, yes? Nothing at all? I know concepts. I have this knowledge, just no identity. Nothing? No memories? Thoughts? Ideas? I pause. Well, I did remember my name and an apple. An apple, you say? It was just the first thing that came to my mind. Aeon's troubled grimace returns. I laugh nervously again. Don't keep me in suspense. Ah, no. Aeon looks up at the double-sided window concealing the Automonks, then back to me. Alex, you've everything that you should have. Stomach, heart, lungs, brain. It's all there. There's nothing abnormal to see. Oh. Really? There's no sign of brain damage. Nothing that would affect your memory. He passes me the X-rays. With a frown, I flick through them meticulously, though I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. I just see human organs, a human skeleton, a human brain, no microchips, no machine technology. How can... Is this right, Aeon? Indeed, Alex. Normal brain, normal lungs, normal heart. Just like any biped. I see my stomach, the one that never needs food, but it's just a stomach. I see my lungs, the ones that never need to breathe, but they're just lungs. I'm human. Just human. My face falls, paralyzed with horrified frustration. This doesn't explain anything. It's impossible. I don't... Aeon, there must be something. Are you sure I'm, healthy? Healthy? I'd say so. If there's anything more to you, Alex, I can't see it. Both inside and outside, you're perfectly human. Perfectly. But... Aeon coughs loudly, his head nodding subtly in the direction of the one-sided window above us. You've nothing to worry about, Alex. You're perfectly fine. He forces a smile. Behind it, I see his uncertainty. He's thinking the same thing I am. Byte, how is this possible?
It looks like Aeon's telling the truth. I am not detecting any abnormalities from the images. All your internal systems are functioning as they should be.
My heart thumps nervously. I'm scared. Byte, where are you coming from?
I don't know.
Byte, seriously, where? Alex, hello there? What? Sorry, I zoned out. I'm just, I don't know. I was expecting something, more. From behind me, a heavy paw lands suddenly on my shoulder. I jump. You're back. Alex, Aeon, you are okay? Hound, my best hound. Tell us, what did the Automonks want from you? He growls irritably. They asked many questions. I answered these. I thought that they didn't speak. Oh yes, yes. Only gestures, signs, a whole language, just with their hands. Remarkable. I spoke of our journey to the rhinestone dish. I spoke of the controlling panels within. I spoke of our departure where Alex and I were pursued by demons. I glanced nervously back at the black window, my skin crawling as I imagined the eyes and ears that could be behind it, unseen. Quite strange that the demons acted that way. Yeah, it was odd. The Automonks are attempting to determine why the Black Zones were provoked. They would like us to return to the rhinestone dish to investigate. Oh? Don't you have plans already? We do. Alex must continue to learn of the Four. This must be our priority. For this reason, I have declined this task. Ah, not to worry. Plenty of other Black Runners to take it up. Yes, our business with the Automonks is over. We must now focus on training. Alex, you are looking pale. I am. You are okay? I nodded with unconvincing fake confidence, staring back down at my x-rays. Okay, come. We must begin our journey. We will stop by the Draconi village on the way. Ah, before we go. Aeon suddenly yanks the x-ray scans from my hands. Part of the deal, I'm afraid. The Automonks want to keep these. I stare, bewildered. That wasn't a deal. Aeon, explain. It was the only way that I could get us this opportunity, boys. The only way. The Automonks agreed to help if we checked out the rhinestone dish. We did. We found nothing and almost got slaughtered. They didn't say anything about this. Ah, not quite, boy, not quite. The Automonks said that they'd listen, not that they'd help. This is what they said. I grumble, frustrated. We jumped through all those damn hoops for them, and what do we get? Nothing. Just a bunch of extra data for the Automonks to have on me. Suddenly, all I want is to get the hell out of here. Alright, fine. Let's just go. Aeon nods, forcing a smile, and marches past Loken towards the exit. As I get up to my feet, Loken lingers. He stares at me with concern. Alex, you have discovered things? I look back up at the opaque window, wincing. I don't want to give the Automonks any more than I already have. Loken seems to understand. Okay, there are listeners. We will speak of these things on our way back to the village. Come. Real subtle, big guy. We silently amble out of the cavernous industrial labyrinth of the Great Barrier. If I am human, then who am I really? What happened to me? By the time that we're outside, my mind is churning. I don't know where to begin. I just want the truth. I want to know who to blame. I feel angry. I try picturing the algorithm in my mind, the shapes hanging there just like flayed flesh, prying it for some kind of clue. But there's nothing, just pain. I know it's hiding something from me. Alex, you are okay? I quickly fake composure. Fine, just thinking about what's next, about the algorithm. Do not think of this algorithm, Alex. It contains the nature of... It contains the answers. I am not ignoring that. I snap at him before I can stop myself and immediately feel terrible. He's the last person that deserves that. What the hell is wrong with me? His tail goes stiff and he looks away. I rush over to him, clutching his paw. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed. That's all. It wasn't you. Damn it. This anger, it's getting worse. It's changing me. Where is it all coming from? Is this the start of my slow slide into madness? It is okay. I have also shouted at you in this way. You have? After Orion arrived in the village for the indulgence, I was losing my temper at you. This was unkind. Well, still, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. You've done so much for me. Nothing makes me realize how much I care for him than the thought of him being hurt. Okay. Tell of the things that you and Aeon have discovered. Nothing. We didn't learn a damn thing. Now, it is not hopeless. You seem to still be human, yes? That much is sure. But how? With the things that I can do and bite? But you are human. This is not good? I guess. But it doesn't make sense. I'm not a machine, just a guy with no ideas how I got here or who I really am. We ruled some things out last, we did. Perhaps this truth that you seek simply can't be answered by the old knowledge? Then, it is as I have said. These answers are held by the Black Zones. We focus on the journey to the Devil's Crag. Only this and nothing more. He's right. We still have the algorithm. We can check the pod that I was found in. There must be some answers there. There must be. I'm gonna hang behind a bit. I need to speak to Byte alone. Aeon and Loken exchanged a concerned glance. Alex, you're not by yourself in this. We'll figure this out. Yeah, I appreciate it. I just need a minute. With a somber nod, Aeon trudges forward, back towards the village, leaving me behind. Loken hangs around longer. I'm okay, Loken. I really am sorry that I snapped at you. You didn't deserve that. He whines mournfully, avoiding my eye. You are not okay. You are in pain. I do not wish to leave you alone with this pain. You are mine. I pet his arm fondly, forcing a comforting smile. Byte and I just need to figure some things out. He remains unresponsive. I step closer, stepping into his eyeline and taking his paw in my hand. He looks down at me curiously. I'm fine, see? Then I'm pulled into a gentle hug. His thick arms curl around the back of my head, and my face is nestled snugly into the warm confines of his fluffy chest. His snout noses into the top of my head. I shut my eyes, sinking into his hold with a smile. It's such a relief feeling him squeeze me. He's one of the few comforts that I have. It keeps the buzzing anxiety at bay, for just a moment. You will be okay. The hound releases me, gently stroking my head. I lean into his paw tenderly. Alex, you are concerned that you will not find the answers you seek? Honestly, Loken, I don't know what to feel. I'm angry. I don't know why. That scares me. I understand this. You are hurting. But Alex, the Black Zones may still give you these answers. The consequences may be too great. There is a chance that we will be forced to abandon this task. You know that I can't do that. This is killing me and it's getting worse. I know this, but Alex, always remember this. You are my acolyte. You are Alex the human. You are a Draconi. You will be a great Black Runner. Even if you do not discover where you have come from, do not forget these things. Thanks, big guy. He gives me a stiff thumbs up. Cool. You're cute. Loken hums contently, then turns and jogs after Aeon. I let the two of them walk together back towards the village, watching them go. When they're out of earshot, I follow slowly from a distance. All right, dickhead, out with it.
With what?
What are you really?
I swear, I don't know any more than you.
Just stop. You saw the scan. There's no microchip, no robot parts, no CPU, no memory drives, nothing. Just flesh and blood. So where are you coming from?
We don't know what kind of technology the Zephyr might have had. It could be something Aeon's scan was never going to find.
Or you're not telling me everything.
Oh, I'm a liar now?
It wouldn't be the first time that you've been dishonest.
This again? I was trying to protect you.
You had no right to hide the algorithm from me.
I had every right. You're obsessed with figuring this out.
So what? I just let it go? How?
I don't know, but you're going to lose yourself if you keep obsessing over this. Everyone can see it. Why can't you? I don't want you throwing your life away. You're not the only one who wants the truth.
Ugh, what the hell are we doing, Byte? What are you? What are we?
I don't know.
I grimace, slowing in my step. I feel Byte sheepishly grumbling in my subconscious.
We can't afford to stop trusting each other now. I know you want answers, but they are not worth your life, or your mind.
I don't plan on letting this place beat me. I just feel, I don't know, angry.
You've mentioned this anger a few times. What is that exactly?
It started when we went to the rhinestone dish. Since then, it's been getting worse.
Couldn't it just be grief? You lost your whole world, everyone you might have known. It's understandable being so lost in the dark.
No, there's something else. If I could just grieve and move on, I'd be fine. But I can't. I don't know what I'm grieving. I don't know where this rage is coming from. If I'm truly gone, Byte, if my memories are truly gone, it shouldn't hurt. But it does, and I can't explain it. When we woke up, you said that I still have my subconscious memories?
That's right. Intangible instincts and habits. They're automatic and deeply buried. It's why you're still you.
What if there's something else in there that you can't see? Say, a memory. Something horrible.
You think a part of this past self is still in there?
Yeah, and it's taking over.
Whatever it is, Alex, you can't let it control you.
Well, that's why we need the truth. Once I know what it is, I can deal with it.
Then I guess we keep searching. And hey, we're not out of leads yet. We still got a black zone to plunder. What's to say that we call a truce on this until that we see what the Devil's Crag has to offer, at the very least?
Yeah, we've got this. We'll be okay.
Good. Then I'm with you. Let's get it done.
Taking a breath, I collect my thoughts together and set off after Loken and Aeon. I know you can hear me. I had a life before this. Who am I really? I know you did this to me, to all of us. I'm coming for you. We stop by the lodge on the way home to change. Loken grabs a satchel and fills it with food for himself, plus a few extra supplies. I decide to take the boat this time. Loken warns me that I haven't trained enough, but Byte says that we can handle it together if things get dangerous. I strapped a small quiver of stone-tipped arrows to my back, and, with the boat latched to the straps on my hoodie, we head to the village to take Aeon home. It's late morning by the time we arrive. Well, boys, all I can say is good luck. How I wish that I could be there with you, I do. Think about it. This algorithm, a message from the Zephyr themselves. What could we learn from the cascade from it? I wonder. You must remain cautious, Aeon. This algorithm contains the nature of the demons. This knowledge will be dangerous. Balls and biscuits to all that. Share. Give this old man something. Not all of us piss ourselves at the thought of the old knowledge. Hey, Aeon. Could you keep an eye on Milo while we're gone? Oh, the tiger boy? Sure. 2 eyes. I hear he's been quite a troublemaker. Hurls insults at his caretakers and all that. Wait, really? Oh, yes. Sour attitude, that one. Sour. Aeon laughs, nudging Loken playfully with his elbow. Reminds me of another young pup that I once knew. No. Oops. You were far more of a handful, hound. Far more. A whistle cuts through the air. Hey, chaps. Taki strolls up to us, 2 spears held in her hand. There she is. Best badger, the best. Yo, Aeon. I was looking for the 2 sulky Blackranders. Word is that you 2 are heading off today. Yeah, following a trail from the rhinestone dish. Could have something to do with me. About time that we knew where your ass came from. It ain't everyday Blackrunners dig up a living human. Probably the best bit of salvage you ever found, right, mutt? She gives Loken a crude wink. Hell, Loken loves his salvage. It was only a matter of time before he tried to stick his cock in it. I would not do this to my salvage. Alex is my acolyte. Relax, doggo. Just jostle it. Just watch out for the rat, yeah? We only got 1 human left. We lose him, boom, that's it. Keep those cracked sugar cooks off his back. Alex will be okay. He can defend himself. Oh yeah? That right, rat? I shrug modestly. I can fight. pretty good at it too. In that case, don't expect me to go easy on your ass when we cross spears. What, like a spar? Long as you promise not to chop my dick off, I'm down. Good. And hey, I made you something for the trip. She suddenly tosses one of the spears at me. Byte's code kicks in and he helps me snatch it deftly out of the air. I stare, stunned and humbled. I never expected anything like this. It feels extremely well made. What you think, Rat? Like it? You made this? For me? Damn right. Been working on it for a few days. Can't have any more sugar cooks tap that precious human meat. The weight feels perfect. Taki must have designed it with my size in mind. Man, I've been so focused on my search for answers that I've really neglected the generosity of the clan. I don't deserve her nor Dravonia's hospitality. Taki, it's amazing. You didn't have to do this for me. Psst, quit mopping my moisture up, human. I'm First Guardian. Keeping you dumb plebes alive is my job. So, what'd you think? Give her a whirl. Byte and I twirl the spear around my hands to test the weight. We're as smooth as silk, flipping it over our arms and catching it with ease. At this point, Byte's assisted movement is so fluent. I barely notice it. We're closer to being one entity than we ever have been. Ah, Loken was right. You got some moves. Still room for improvement. Footwork is sloppy.
Sloppy? Tell her to get fucked.
What's wrong with my footwork? Just a little stiff. A little fucker like you wants to be more loose. Don't worry, I'll whip you into shape so hard that you'll be limping like a rutted wild beast. I grin. A spar with Taki would be pretty good to test out Byte's limits. Thanks, Taki. I'll put it to good use. Don't mention it. You still remember lesson 1? Yep, everyone wants to kill me. Damn right. Who could resist? Keep your guard up. Out of nowhere, a small pebble baps my shoulder from behind. With a scowl, I glare around me to find the source. Milo is perched atop a nearby fence. I fold my arms in disapproval, raising my voice at him. Hi? He just shrugs, looking away. Looks pretty sad. Kid seems to have taken a liking to you. He's got a weird way of showing it. Hang on, I'll go talk to him. She nods and turns to speak to Aeon and Loken, leaving me to march over to the sulky juvenile. Milo looks absent-mindedly away as I approach. Whoa, look at that dour face. You're breaking my heart. Heard you're leaving. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be back in just a few days. Psst, I don't care. I've never heard a more disingenuous lie. With a grunt, the tiger hops down from the fence. Don't die. Wasn't planning to. I don't want somebody else to train me. Any black runner could be your mentor. But you're the only one around here who actually listens to me. The rest are jerks. I've really left that much of an impression on him. They can't all be that bad. What about Loken, or the chief? They're always busy. The caretakers think that I'm a bad kid. Well, you do call them rude names. They told you about that? Possibly. Cunts. Milo! Sorry, hey, the other kid said that you and Caius were going to have a fight? Nah, nothing like that. Remember what I said about anyone who tries to start shit with you? Please don't throw spires at Caius. He won't find it funny. Oh, yeah, about that. He blushes guiltily, but Loken calls out to me before I can interrogate him further. Ugh, look, I gotta go. Just stay out of trouble. Can you do that? Nah. Well, just don't die or anything, okay? Sure, you too, Alex. I give him one last smile before turning about and marching back to Loken. Halfway there, another small stone hits my shoulder. I turn back to Milo's smug face and grin at him. You're a little asshole. He waves happily. Thanks, you too. Man, training him is going to be an experience. I get back to the others, they're mid-conversation. The boy is okay? Just being himself. Okay, Taki, you will escort Aeon back home. Alex and I will now say our farewells to our chief. Escort? What am I, a lump? I can take myself back, I can. No arguing, Dirtman. Listen to the dog. Besides, I want to see more of this junk heap you got sitting outside your hut. Ah, the vehicle. Of course, of course. Come then, come. Boys, safe travels, safe travels. We'll be seeing you in a few days, we will. Later, shitbags. No porking each other in the black zones. Farewell, Aeon. Taki. Thanks, guys. See you later. As we turn to leave, I hear Taki and Aeon happily chatting while they make their way to the mole's hut. Loken and I head in the opposite direction, towards the hall. By chance, we spot Dravonia before we get to the hall. She's exiting one of the barns, though my chest tightens when I see Caius at her side. Great, it's my biggest fan. I point at Caius. Mr. Angry Whiskers over there. Alex, that is not his name. I do not believe Caius's whiskers are angry. Whiskers cannot do this. I chuckle and pet his arm. You're adorable. His tail wags. He honestly never fails to cheer me up just by being himself. Okay, we will make this quick. Come. The two siblings turn their attention to the farms, their eyes sweeping the fields as Draconia's farmers toil on them. Expected yields? Slightly less than last summer. That's your third seasonal drop. Dravonia dismissively shrugs her shoulders. It happens. We've plenty to go around. Don't be flippant. Investigate this. Why? We're doing fine. My people toil hard enough without the added pressure. Caius sighs irritably, much to his sister's annoyance. Riptide fields are the same size. We produce twice the yield. There is no math there. The math is in the hours. You work your people to death. He laughs. There'd be plenty of time to frolic around on an empty belly. I feel a bit awkward interrupting them, but Loken marches forwards regardless. Dravonia's eyes snap to us as we approach. Loken, Alex. There are problems at the fields? Just inefficiency. Brother, our food preservers... Kai snaps. His growl is a half yowl, interrupting her. When those wretched things fail you. They have never. When they fail you, what then? He turns to Loken. You're a logical man, Loken. Talk some sense into my sister. Dravonia is my chieftain. I will follow her example. Still a loyal hound, then. Good to see you haven't changed. Loken seems really flustered by that. No, loyalty is a common trait of other hounds. There are no other hounds like you. To my amazement, Loken's tail starts to sway. Just how well acquainted were Caius and Loken before I showed up? Sister, you've enough tribeswoman. Assign more to the fields. Work them sunrise to sunset. Have the children help after their classes. You can finally be rid of those loathsome Zephyr freezers. There's no sense in breaking backs while the old knowledge supports us. The Draconi are well fed, with far less effort. We work to live, not the other way around. And you're relying on extinct technology that you don't understand. Become self-sufficient like us. Your people will flourish. With the extra labor, you could clean this place right up. I'd start with the infestations. Do you realize how many spiders I found in my boots this morning? God damn it, Milo. The Draconi won't appreciate extra workload, not without good reason. They'll follow if you lead. Get out with them and get your hands dirty, every day. You work the fields with your people? Caius nods at me, shrugging modestly. The fields, the hunting grounds, the builder's lodge. Wherever we're short on labor, I go, dawn till dusk. Your people are afraid of you. Fear isn't a substitute for loyalty. Quoting father? That's low. I won't tolerate the steadfast picking up the slack of the lazy. If they won't pull their weight, they can take it elsewhere. I've worked hard with the Automonks to keep the lights on, the preservers running and the power flowing. All that to give the Draconi a better quality of life. Yes, we rely on Zephyr technology to weather the winters, but there's no sense throwing all of that away. Dravonia turns to me. Did the Zephyr labor beyond sense, or is it just my brother's delusion? We kind of do. But that's not a good thing. It's decidedly a bad thing. But no, like, yeah. You shouldn't... If you have the means, you shouldn't go out of your way to make your life miserable just because, you know, you don't want to use a particular piece of technology. You know, like a lot of boomers. If we have the freezers, I mean, food preservers, why overwork everyone? Of course he's siding with you. It's his technology. And he's right to. My priority is keeping my people happy. Happiness doesn't fill an empty belly. I'm starting to wonder just how ruthless Caius actually is. I can't deny that there's sense to his logic, even if it is harsh. I heard that you exile anyone who can't pull their weight to the Black Zone. Is that true? Ha! Is my reputation so severe? My people are stronger than that. What about those 3 Loken that I ran into? What was their crime? Deceit. Holding on to salvage. The old knowledge is forbidden. No exceptions. I gave them a chance to destroy it. They chose to ignore it. Caius, tell me what this piece of salvage was. A speaking relic. Alex's people called it a phone. They were used to communicate over great distances. They take pictures with them, photographs, they were called, like paintings, but with no paint. I frown. For someone who hates the old knowledge, you know a lot about it. Always know your enemy, Alex. My Black Runners answer to me, and their insight is mine where I need it. Dravonia scoffs, much to Caius' amusement. Ha! What have I done now? Black Runners aren't wardens. They serve the land, not you. The loyal hound at your beck and call might disagree. There are things that Loken doesn't tell me, and I don't interfere. It hardly matters anymore. I had 4 Black Runners. After the frenzy, I only have 2. His gaze locks onto me and darkens. I ignore the accusatory glare. Caius, it is not good to know of the Black Zones. This is Black Runner business. I am aware. My ambition is only to keep my people safe. I'm no slave to curiosity. So much for that expression. Worn down by the debate, Dravonia shakes her head and turns her attention to Loken and I. Speaking of Black Zones, I assume that you two are here to make your farewells? We are. The journey to the Devil's Crag is long. Caius grimaces. Something else to say, brother? Better left unsaid. When he doesn't elaborate, Loken and I exchange an uneasy stare. Caius, our task is to determine where Alex has come from. We will not rouse the Black Zones. If we can find out what happened to my people, we will. That's all. I could swear that I see Caius' lips twitch at the top of his imposing dark teeth. Why? You should be thankful that you don't remember them. My eyes narrow. Explain? They're gone. You've been spared the grief. Seems like a blessing. Move on. I glare at him. My chest tightens as buzzing, rumbling fury boils from within my heart. Move on? From what? The slaughter of my entire race? You said that you have no connection to them. You shouldn't be mourning. The Draconi took you in. You're spitting in their face, making this a priority. Whatever that feeling of pain, rage, or fear is that's still hiding within me, it swells like a boil. He's allowed to mourn his sister? Well, I should just move on? Dravonia told me to find my purpose here. My people were murdered, and I'm not letting it slide. Caius? I spit his name with venom. Everyone stares, but I keep steady. You really do have more courage than sense, human. I'm pissed. That's all. He huffs with a sarcastic bemusement. Rage. An old friend. Deal with it. What, like you did? There is a pause. Caius and I keep our eyes locked, composures silently dueling. Dravonia and Loken watch, keenly. I suppose not. His blazing eye twitches at me before lazily waving me off with a hand gesture. Just get it done, Alex. Be smart about it. The tiger's curt dismissal earns a muted growl from Loken. Dravonia smiles to both of us. Safe travels to you both. Run safely and swiftly. Farewell, my chief. Yeah, see you soon. And Chief? Travonia narrows her eyes at me. Just wanted to say thanks. For everything. I mean, you did take me in. You trusted me. You protected me. I know you had your reasons, and I haven't really said it yet. But thanks. The saber-tooth offers me a wicked smirk. You'll return the favor. Undoubtedly. We take a step back, then turn to leave. Once we're out of sight and earshot, I shiver. You are okay? I take a breath and pushing the bubbles of rage back down my throat. It takes a lot of mental focus. I came pretty close to snapping. It's nothing, just Caius. You do not like Caius? He really got me back there. It was hard not to. I trail off, teeth gritted. Loken hums somberly, unsure how to console me. I know he's been through a lot, but it still feels like he's waiting for an excuse to sharpen another axe on my face. No, we will not allow this. You are a Draconi now, and we will discover where you have come from. Yeah, I promise I'm focused. I'm in control. Come, we will begin our journey. Allow the mountains to calm your anger. Loken begins to walk ahead of me, gesturing for me to keep up. He marches for the distant valley. The snow peaks and glistening landscapes beckon us. I, however, slow my pace. Then I stop. A shadowy sense of dread creeps over me. I wince and look back at the Draconi village. My chest thumps. Alex. Loken has stopped too. You are okay? I don't reply. The length of this journey didn't hit me before, until now. We'll be gone for a while. It'll be dangerous. Alex. I just had a thought. With a concerned scowl, Loken slowly walks back over to me. Tell me this thought that you are having. You are uneasy? My eyes are still fixed on the village. I've not really considered how it's the closest thing to a home that I've had since arriving here, even if I struggle to bond with it. We're going to a black zone and we might not come back. Alex. Loken's hefty paw claps my shoulder, and he turns me to him. The hound cups my chin, lifting my face up to his. That is not our path. We will be cautious and treat this task with respect. We sail the Black Ocean. We do not dive within it. We will return to our clan. I smile, grabbing his paw from my chin and pulling it to my cheek, resting my face on it. You are a wise hound. Many have said this. Come, we must begin this journey. He gently ushers me to walk at his side, with an arm around my shoulder, pulling me from the view of the clan. I do so keeping a steady pace with him. The walk across the field is long. Neither of us talk. Soon, we pass over the plains and into the next valley. When I look back, the Draconi village is out of sight. No turning back now. It's serene, walking silently side by side with Loken through the wilderness. As usual, the mountains are gorgeous. I took the breathtaking peaks and soft contours of the clouds. The wind whispers a calming tune. Even the soft thumps of our feet on the dry grass is pleasant to the ears. There is a warmth glow against the chill of the breeze. I inhale. The soothing, brisk air soaks my lungs. It really is nice in Ilea, just like Loken said. I feel calmed. It's hard to believe that only a thin line stands between all of this tranquility and the menacing black zones, where dread, turmoil, and slaughter awaits at every miserable turn. Alex. I almost jumped. It's the first time that he's spoken since our journey began. Yeah? You are feeling calm? Yeah, much better. Thanks, big guy. Thanks for everything. I step sideways, bumping into him affectionately. I really appreciate you and everything that you've done for me. Tell me more about the Zephyr. I snicker. That came out of nowhere. What do you want to know? You had jokes? Jokes? Really? These are stories. They are intended to make you laugh. Yeah, I know. I'm just surprised. I didn't think jokes would be your thing. Explain. You're just, a straight thinker. You really want to hear one? I do. Tell me a Zephyr joke. This should be good. Well, the most common one that comes to mind is, why did the chicken cross the road? He adopts the crooked head of a canine confusion immediately. Alex, that is not funny. Jokes are funny. This joke is not. That's just the build-up. I haven't said the punchline. Oh, I am sorry. Continue with this joke. Okay, so why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. That's the joke. I am confused. Maybe that's not the best joke. I can't think of any good ones. I do not think that this joke is good. I would also cross this road if it was my path. Huh. Well, do you guys have jokes in Ilea? Taki has told me many jokes. I do not understand them. I was hoping that I would understand Zephyr jokes instead. His voice softens in melancholy. Hey, it's okay. Like I said, jokes might just not be your thing. They're all about wordplay most of the time. Do you remember any of the jokes Taki told you? I do. She would ask me if I knew what I would call a deer that has no eyes. She would then tell me that she has no idea. Ah, I get it. You are understanding this joke? It's a play on words, a pun. Explain. It's, no idea, as in when you don't know the answer, but it could also mean no idea, like a deer with no eyes. Does that make sense? You are talking nonsense. It's just that it sounds like two things at the same time. No, the joke is confusing. People will hear one thing and confuse it with the other. That is not funny. A joke must be funny, not confusing. I can't stop myself smiling. You are smiling? Alex, no. This joke is not funny. It is poorly spoken. Not the joke, you. Hmm? You. You're great. You are mocking me. No, I just love how your head works. Hmm? His strides get slightly slower. Others do not say this. They say that I am strange. They say that I am not good at talking. You were mute most of your childhood, Loken. It's okay to find talking tough. That doesn't mean that you're bad at it. You're just different. You're probably neurodivergent. You're the wisest person that I know. That's why you're a great black runner and a teacher. Perhaps. He goes quiet, but I notice his tail waving cheerfully behind him. I step to the side as we walk and tuck myself under his arms affectionately. You're a good hound. He smiles, pulling me into his side. You are a good human. He tussles my hair playfully. A comfortable silence falls between us on our solitary march. We pass around a gorgeous tranquil lake. Loken stops for a moment, cupping the water in his paws and drinking from it. Can I ask you something? He rises to his full height, head tilting curiously. Tell me what you would like to know. Kai spoke like he knows you pretty well back there. How come? Loken gestures for me to walk alongside him. We resume our journey, skidding across the edge of the lake. We are acquainted. My mentor, Aya, was also known to Caius. She was born of the Riptide clan. So, Caius was her chieftain? No, Aya is senior to Caius. She had become a Black Runner and parted ways with the Riptide clan before Caius was its chieftain. Caius was born to the Draconic clan. He moved to the Riptide clan after Alira's death. He took control of the clan in 15 days. How the hell did he manage that? This was a different time. The Riptide clan was not faring well. Their chieftain, Garrick, was not good. He would hoard the clan's food for himself and his wardens. His people were given little. Many wished to oppose Garrick, but he was powerful. He had many followers who enjoyed his favor. Any who questioned him would be executed. And people say Caius was bad? Caius wished to take control from Garrick. Many supported him. My mentor, Aya, was one of those. A Black Runner getting caught up in clan politics seems rare. Yes, but Aya was fierce. Though she had left her clan, she still protected these people. She believed in justice. She would fight for those who could not. She sounds like my kind of person. What happened? Caius was successful in his goals. He became chieftain of the Riptide clan, but only after Garrick burned what little food remained. Soon the village would starve. Caius led his people through this problem. Though his expectations were high, the clan flourished. The people respected him. He's a good leader. Still an asshole, though. Aya would often return to the Riptide clan to inquire into their well-being. It is through her that I know Caius. Later, after Aya had died, he would ask me to join the Riptide clan. I refused. I wished to return to the Draconi. Why? Caius does not like Aeon. At the time, he did not like Dravonia. These were the people that I wished to be with. I pet his arm comfortingly. Aeon was practically your father. It's good that you stuck by him. What happened to Garrick? Caius knew that he would have enemies. He wished to make an example of those who would oppose him. Loken hesitates. What happened? Caius bound Garrick by his hands. He shut Garrick's eyes forever, with a needle and thread. Gods, that took a dark turn. Garrick was hung high in a tree by his feet, inside the Black Zone, and abandoned. By the morning, Garrick had disappeared. It's chilling to know that the man who hates me with a passion is capable of something so barbaric. Was Caius always that vicious? No, this was not long after Alira's death. Before this, he was always calm. Those who suffer sometimes turn cruel. Caius maintains control, but it was changed by Alira's loss. The other chieftains will not cross him out of fear. I go quiet, pondering exactly what Caius is really capable of. Hey, Loken. Why does he call demons the negative ones? Loken whines uneasily. They have many names. It is the Black Runners who decide these names. We are the ones responsible for knowing them, so that the clans may remain ignorant. To call them the negative ones is a common title in Ilea, though the Draconi do not use this title. How come? Who first started calling them demons? I did this. Why? He does not answer. Did other Black Runners call them that? No, this title began with me. But why? Why demons? Loken looks ahead of us, eyes vacant. His pace slows. Sorry, it's just that it's a Zephyr word. Byte said that you don't have it in your language. We figured that it could be a translation issue, but I don't know, it seems too specific. It's the first time that I've seen him look so unnerved. It's odd. What's wrong? There is a place that I will show you before I tell you this story. It is on the way to the Devil's Crag. Oh, okay. We have a long distance to travel. We must move faster. Come. Got it. You set the pace. Loken nods and then wordlessly gestures for me to stay by his side as he breaks into a jog. Taking advantage of my breathlessness, I run smoothly alongside him. Little of importance happens while we travel. We keep a steady stride through Ilea, the mountainous terrain eventually blending together as we progress westward. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So, we're finally on our way to the Devil's Crag. I kind of already know what we're going to find. But for now, though, we left. Before that, we got a medical examination by Aeon using the medical equipment from the Automonks. And unfortunately for Alex, there was nothing. There was no information that could tell him what's going on with him. Everything, according to Aeon, looked good. I'm assuming it was like an X-ray, or at least maybe not an MRI. What's the other one? A CAT scan, CT scan. And nothing. Everything looks fine. Which put Alex in a sour mood. But, you know, what can you do? I do find it kind of strange, though, that he went from being like, well, I have no memory, so I really don't have any, like, I really don't know how to feel about what happened to my people, to being like, no, I need to find answers. I need to find answers. But perhaps something could be the cause of, you know, that. But yeah, we'll find out later. Had the little run-in with Caius before we left, but overall he looks agreeable. You can tell that he wants to say things, and Dravonia probably warned him against it. He's probably doing it, well, he's probably not saying anything or picking any more fights. Well, any big fights, because, you know, he promised Dravonia, but he's probably still gonna be there when Alex and Loken return. Which, you know, depending on what happens in day 7, you know... Anyways, so yeah. Also, we got to see a little bit of the outside of the Draconi village. The plains, got to see Loken conversing more, trying to understand jokes, but I suppose his little neurodivergent brain can't handle jokes that well. Maybe he's a little bit on the spectrum. What else? Really not much else. You will get a bit more interesting information about Loken in the next video though, which does help flesh him out, at least to me, so that he's not just like the big generic, well, no, not generic, but at least it helps him become a more three-dimensional character, I suppose. But yeah, anyways, so write down in the comments what you thought of this video, and only this video. We're only talking about this video. And thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Soulcreek yourself, you can do so by going down into the link in the description, which should have a Twitter link, where it should have a direct link to the HIO page where you can download and play the game yourself. Or in case Twitter no longer exists, you can just go to HIO yourself and download it from there. I will also be posting a link down for the creators' coffee, where you can, you know, donate to them in case you like this visual novel and you want to tell them like, hey, I like your visual novel, here's some money. Along with my coffee link in case you want to keep donating to me. You know, after all, the only reason that I am reading this visual novel is because you guys donated a very generous amount. So yeah, you know, come on. Keep giving money. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to. But if you want to. Anyways, so yeah. I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.